Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the mobile dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break down to molecules. Yo, let me get you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sell my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, now you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Bust the rhymes coming through from the Flipmo squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome. Bringing all you rockers to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be. Flipmo is the squid dog. Bust the rhymes, break it down like this.
Throw them type right out my window. Blast your you with my.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Running to start the drive is Love. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Another run with Mitchell. Taken down at the 42. The Chargers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Here's Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here's 2nd and 10.
59.
Here's Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Line.
Go Lion, 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 Lion. Go.
Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Gomez. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Baylor tight. Hey, Ram. Go.
They snap it to Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Chargers 14, Broncos 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A nice little juke.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3rd down and 1. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And he stopped immediately there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Bombers.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
A shotgun handoff now for Love. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Nix from the shotgun.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert now.
They're coming off
over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Gomez. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Nix to the air. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Bombers.
Throwing Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now it's Nix.
And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's the knowledge he gained from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ray.
Now it's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert throwing again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. It's Gomez. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Crowd right. Go.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. To throw is Nix.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
Fights through him. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Here's Nix. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Nix. Oh, and that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, go.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Set, ready.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
24-yard line.
Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
They snap it to Herbert. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Set.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Broncos 13.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. We're not allowing to cut upfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Waddle, the motion man right.
2nd and 3.
Nick's going to keep this himself. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
A little juke. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Captain. Bombers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Here we go.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Nix once more.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Brock Bowers.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Chargers 42, Broncos 19.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, go lion.
A give running right is Mitchell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Delta, hut.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Kappa. 5-9. Let's go. Hey, 5-9. Let's go. Baylor Tiger. 59.
Herbert just beat the play clock. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now. Showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
1st down, goal to go.
12.
Mitchell. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
80. Go.
Herbert now. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
19. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
To kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Nix to the air.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They're going. It's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
16 yards. First down, Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull him down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
To throw, here's Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20.
21.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ken.
3rd and 4.
Set. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That is caught. And he's got room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 8-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now it's Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score, Chargers 63, Broncos 19.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Nix.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They give here to Mitchell.
They can't tackle him. And they are going to score again, and yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And picked up, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 77, Broncos 19. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he loses the football a second time. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing Nix.
23-yard line.
He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 34 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
At the 46-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Crowd right.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Home troops right.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Throwing left side, it's complete. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. This would be one heck of a record if he makes this. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. And he's able to get it out of there. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to